Hello everyone, I'm Renals here. We are back again talking about IGN offering an official apology after their French branch insults the Stellar Blade director for choosing to create what now? An attractive female protagonist, because of course we definitely haven't seen those in a while outside of maybe Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Nier Automata. It's been a very long time. They couldn't even make Mary Jane attractive in Spider-Man 2 because of course the woman that is supposed to be the most beautiful woman Peter Parker has ever seen as far as the comic books are concerned, and should be the same thing as far as the video games are concerned. They couldn't even get that right. This comes to us from Bounding in the Comics. In an admittedly surprising admission of wrongdoing from an industry known for going out of their way to ever avoid doing so, IGN has offered an official company apology to Stellar Blade director and Shift Up CEO Hyung-Tae Kim after their French branch chose to insult him over his decision to portray his game's protagonist Eve with a attractive design. As previously reported in his preview of the game for IGN France, outlet contributor Ben Osala chose to dedicate a not insignificant portion of his word count to dismissing Kim's artistic vision as nothing more than the creepy fantasies of a sexless weirdo. The design of the game, in particular its character, highlights an obvious bias, the bias that mostly males play video games and women love to look at beautiful women when they play video games as well, wrote Asala per an English translation of his piece provided by this article's author. We're going to beat up the alien, but if we can do it while pleasuring the eyes of the men, it's a bonus. Yeah, because majority of gamers are men. Straight men, by the way. And the result doesn't really work, he continued. Well, it's worked for things like Nier Automata, Bayonetta, and Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. So you're lying. It's not new, and other games have made the choice to highlight the assets of their female characters, where Bayonetta bears an iconic character design, they focus on her assets as well. Or to be from Nier Automata, they also focus on her assets as well. Inspired an entire generation of cosplayers, fake gamer girls who are grifting off the fact that they really don't play games, at least most of them. Stellar Blade's Eve is just boring. A doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. Now that's what they put before. After being presented with evidence contrary to the accusation, specifically the twin facts that Kim is married to fellow Shift Up concept artist Jeong Chai and that Eve's full appearance is based on a one-to-one body scan of real-world Korean model Shin Jae-eun, rather offer a retraction or correction, the outlet would instead attempt to defend their lack of journalistic integrity by blaming the public for having misread Osala's original words. Yeah, that didn't happen at all. Changing their insulting description of Eve from a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman to a doll sexualized by someone you would think has never seen a woman. Still not any better, considering, again, the Shift Up director is married to a woman, an Asian woman that is the concept artist of their company. Osala then added the condescending disclaimer in English that this last sentence has been slightly edited for French-speaking people pretending not to understand what we meant, and the English-speaking mob who Google translated the initial text. Following backlash from French speakers regarding their disingenuous attempt at deflection, IGN France will both remove Asala's name from the preview's byline and update the aforementioned disclaimer to instead claim that rather than their words being misread, the article was actually edited due to threats. That, of course, never presented proof. It should be noted that neither Asala nor IGN France provided any proof of having received any of these types of threats. Like I just said, they never do. They always say that as a defense, as a shield, so that you don't criticize their terrible, terrible articles. Finally, on April 3rd, the head IGN office would step in to put an end to the situation, retracting Asala's statement regarding Eve's appearance as a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman, offering a full apology to Kim for the article's original publication. This would be an indication here that Kim should not give them a review code or any previews moving forward with their games. Recently, IGN France produced and published a preview of Stellar Blade containing an offensive passage that should never have been included. The text has now been modified, and here's our official apology to the staff at Shift Up Corporation, wrote the outlet. Also, please note that IGN France is an independent branch of IGN, and that IGN's editorial staff had nothing to do with this incident. The original text of the Stellar Blade preview contained statements that were out of place, they added. While it was never our intention to disrespect either Shift Up or any of its employees or their work, yes, it was. You just got caught and you had to retract your nonsense. We recognize that the sentence taken in its literal sense was out of place and we regret it. Ultimately, IGN concluded, for anyone at Shift Up Corporation who felt personally targeted and insulted by this passage, we are truly sorry and apologize profusely. Now, the biggest person that should be insulted is obviously the director himself, because they put out defamatory garbage, in my opinion, as far as saying, oh, this person never seen a woman. Maybe it's not exactly defamatory. I might have spoke too soon. But in fact, they insulted the man for saying he's never seen a woman or touched a woman, even though he's married to a woman who is the concept artist of the character, most likely. And the fact that the character is modeled after a real-life Korean model. You shouldn't be surprised that IGN would, of course, attack anyone who likes the way the character looks, whether you're male or female. Doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is, gamers like to look at beautiful women. Both male and female like to look at beautiful women when they play games. You know, females like to get their share of good-looking male characters. Men like to get their share of beautiful female characters. Like, we haven't had them in the past, and they've been just fine. You know, Samus, Lara Croft, Chun-Li, Cammy. We've had our share of beautiful women characters. I'm not going to say anything about the male side. It's not really my place because I don't swing that way. But I'm sure women in the comments below will put their idea of what good-looking male characters to them look like. At the end of the day, though, this is a surprise, honestly, that any current gaming journalistic website would ever issue an apology for insulting a director of a game just for creating a beautiful protagonist that was once again modeled after a real woman who has been featured on modeling magazines as of late. So, thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button, comment below how you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.